Okay, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and I'm going to be talking about how the Super Bowl is connected to this Elvis Seattle puzzle. But first, let me tell you this: I've already done Super Bowls videos about next year's Super Bowl. Okay, I'm not really going to be talking too much about that. This is more about uh, showing you the connections to Satan. Okay, and I told you Elvis is the representation of Lucifer in heaven, and he fell. Okay, Lucifer fell, right, and he became Satan. All right, and and like I said, Elvis represents Lucifer in heaven, and and Trump is the modern day Elvis. Elvis and Trump are the Janus, the two-faced God, the past, the present, the PP. All right. Anyway, so in this video, some of the information is much more important than others. And by the way, I've done much more extensive videos on, the in between the dates of Super Bowls and stuff. You got to go see that. You'll see what I'm talking about. But this is more about how it connects to Satan and his number, okay? And of course to Elvis. All right, so you know that here, let me start with this, okay? Okay, first let me just tell you that first of all, Elvis is known as the king, right? And Seattle is in King County, all right? Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state where Seattle is, okay? And, oh man, my brain just went blank for a second. But anyway, let me just show this. I don't know what the hell happened. But anyway, so you know that Super Bowl 42, right, was in Phoenix, okay? And it was in Phoenix, it was in Arizona, but it was held at Phoenix University Stadium, okay? And I told you Elvis died at the age of 42 and Washington's the 42nd state, right? And I told you Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the Phoenix rising. He is the Kraken. He's the sea goat, and he was born in January, and that's the sea goat sign, okay? So Super Bowl 42, and I could show you more connected to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers being in that in that Super Bowl, but I'm not going to do that. So, Elvis, he died in 1977, right? And that was Super Bowl 11 in 1977. And if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 11, you get 66, okay? And 66 is the word twin. Twin equals 66. And Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth, his identical twin. And that's why the Twin Towers fell 66 years after Elvis was born and his identical twin that died at birth. 60. You understand? It's all about the twin, connection. And of course, 11 is a twin number, 1, 1. You get what I'm saying? The L even, get it? Even L. L means God. Anyway, so it was the 11th one was in 77, okay? Now, and in 77, I told you Elvis died in 1977, age 42. And that's the same year that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. There was a horse called Seattle Slew that won the Triple Crown, right? And how many times have I told you in my videos that Elvis needs the 9? Okay? Super Bowl number 11 was held on the 9th day. So you have another 9/11 connection there, but he needs the 9. I told you that, Elvis. Okay? And it was at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Rose, get it? Like rise, rising from the ashes, And so anyway, let me... anyway, that's why I was telling you about the 42, because Phoenix, the Super Bowl 42 happened in the Phoenix University, right? In Arizona, but because Elvis is the Phoenix. Anyway, so let me just show you this. I said, I know it gets overwhelming, but just pay attention. Super Bowl 11 was held on 1/9/77. The winner was the Raiders. Okay, at the time they were, I guess, known as the Oakland Raiders or something. I'm not sure at the time. But look at the score. It was 32-14. You know that EL means God and the O is a crown, LO, okay? And Elvis has the EL in his name, okay? All he's doing is looking for his crown. So it was 32-14. ELO equals 32-14. And look, it's the VI Kings, the 6 kings. VI in Roman numerals is 6. That's why Elvis has the VI with the S. It's L6s. VI is 6 in Roman numerals. Anyway, so, and the 11th prime number, pay attention, it was Super Bowl 11. The 11th prime number equals 31. So if you add the 11 to the 31, you get 42. And remember, he died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state. And Super Bowl 11 was in the same year as his death, and the same year that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. And remember, it was held on 1/9, the Super Bowl. 109. Look at this. 1 through 9. When you do 1 through 9, what you're saying is everything in between is a 0. 1 through 9. So you add up all the numbers between 1 through 9. It's like saying 109. It adds up to 45. So if you went like this, 109 plus 45, it equals 154. The Antichrist equals 154. Okay? And that same year that Elvis died, I told you, Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11. That's a damn telling you Seattle's going to be really slewed next year. Seattle's going to be slewed. Slew means to violently kill. And look what race it was when he won. It was 109th Belmont. That was the last leg of that Triple Crown. He won 3 races, and the last leg was the Belmont stake. It was the 109th. And that Super Bowl was held on the 9th day. And I just showed you how it's the Antichrist number, right? And how many days are in between Elvis's birthday and June 11th? It's 154 days. If you don't add the day, it's 155 if you add the day, and 156 on a leap year. But from 109 the date to 6/11 is exactly 154 days. Okay, when you add the day. So that's why he needs the 9, because it's an exact connection to the Antichrist hitting 6/11. All right. Okay. Now I'm getting to the good stuff. This is nothing yet. What I showed, this is stuff I've shown more intricate details about. Look, Elvis is this. Like I said, this is nothing information either. This is just a little bit of Elvis trivia. His 2 favorite football teams were the Browns and the Steelers. And look at this. The Browns were known as the Cleveland Browns, or whatever the hell. I'm assuming they play in Cleveland, Ohio, right? The Cleveland Browns. All right. And Cleveland is the 216 area code, and that's the day Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, which happens to be Obama's birthday, but Trump gets the head wound on August 4th. And 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. That's the 216 area code, Cleveland. And I told you that's where Trump gets his head wound, in Ohio. I don't know if it's going to be in Cleveland, but it's in Ohio. And the Steelers are Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's in Pennsylvania, isn't it? The PP. For everyone who doesn't know what the PP, I've mentioned it 1,000 times. The PP is the Antichrist. Okay? It connects to 6/11 too. Now, here comes the good stuff. So just pay attention, okay? It's gonna get to Satan in a moment. All right. So before I show you this, let me just tell you this story. So when I first came to the knowledge of this gematria nonsense, when I first thought it was nonsense, because a lot of the gematria is nonsense. When you lead people to nowhere land and just send them in circles, your gematria means nothing. Okay, if you're directing them and showing them that all roads lead to God, then it's okay, and that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so when I first started doing gematria, I noticed that Lucifer equaled 74 and Jesus equaled 74. I was like, what the heck is this? That's what got me into the gematria, because I had to figure out why they both equal 74, and I did, because see, Jesus is God. Jesus created Lucifer, and because Jesus made him so perfect, because that's what he made him perfect. He had he was beautiful, adorned in jewels, and he had musical talent. And who else has adorned in jewels and musical talent? Elvis. Elvis himself. Okay? And uh so Lucifer thought he was God. And that's what see, and the reason that Lucifer had the same number as Jesus, just one of the numbers matched, not every single number of his matches, but just the 74 number. Jesus equals 74 and Lucifer equals 74. And the reason that is because he gave him a crown name. Jesus is God, so he gave him a crown name. All right. But when he got thrown out of heaven, he became Satan and he lost 19 because he went to become Satan. Satan equals 55. So he went from 74 to 55. And so and I told you he needs the 9, Elvis, because Elvis was born on the 8th day, right? From 1-8 he was born. He needs the 1-9. Okay? 1-8 to the 1-9, the 9th day, what I'm saying. And it's like the 19 crown. What do you think that whole corona thing was about? Corona means crown. Crown 19. And where was the first crown 19 in America? The first time it was heard about in America, it was in Seattle. That first death was in King County, where Seattle is, in King County, the death. And who was the first famous person to get it? Well, first outbreak was in Washington also. But who was the first person to get it? The first famous person. Tom Hanks. And what was Tom Hanks doing? Filming the Elvis movie. See what I mean? And everything with Tom Hanks connects to Elvis anyway. All his movies. Okay? Anyway, so Lucifer is named 74. He lost his 19 crown, became Satan 55. Okay? So he needs a crown. That's basically what I'm saying to you. And isn't it interesting that the square, because Satan equals 55. Satan, just simple gematria. S is the 19th letter, A is the first letter, T is the 20th letter, A is the first letter, N is the 14th letter, adds up to 55. Satan equals 55, okay? Now, and remember, Lucifer equals 74. The square root of 55 is 7.4. See that? Already, it's a connection. Satan equals 55. The square root of 55 is 7.4. Okay, so already I'm showing you how it connects. Okay, now let's keep going because I need to go as fast as I can with some of this stuff. So remember, Elvis is born on the 8th day. He needs the 9. Elvis needs the 1-9, the 9. Okay, and it all connects to me, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. So remember, Lucifer equals 74, became Satan equals 55. He needs the 19 crown, right? And look, 1-8 plus 1-9 is 37. And what is the 37? See how the letters EL looks like the numbers 3 and 7? If you were to turn it this way, it would look like 3 and 7. You know what I mean? Because it means EL means God in Hebrew. Okay? That's what that 3-7 means. It means L means God, EL. That's what he needs. Okay, he needs a crown. And look, Satan, look at this. 55 plus 18 is 73. 55 plus 19 is 74. See, it's the EL and the 74. Okay? Okay, that just bear with me, okay? I hope you guys are before I keep going, are you with me so far? Is anybody not understanding so far what I'm saying? I need to, and by the way, folks, I don't know, if you guys are watching this and on a replay, man, if you don't watch the whole video, man, you are making a huge mistake. Huge mistake. It's incredible information I'm going to be showing in this video. All right? I just want to make sure you guys are with me so far. If you're not, please tell me. That way I can try to explain a little better. Anyway, I don't see anyone saying anything. So remember, I was telling you that he needs the, I was showing you how the 1-9 would get him to the 3-7, which is the EL, and Elvis has the EL. And BIS, I told you, is VI is the Roman numeral 6, and the S means more than one, so it's 6s. God sixes. EL means God. VI is 6. Get it? VI in Roman numerals is 6. Anyway, so it's God sixes. He's the 666 God, okay? And check this out. So he was born on 10835, right? The year 35. Look, 35 plus 36 plus 37 is 108. You see? He needs that 37. He was born in 35, needs to get to the 37. It's 108, which is the EL, the 37 he reaches to get to the 108. He's born on 108, you see? And I just showed you this connection, to the 666 God. Are you getting that? What I just showed there? He needs to get to that EL. The EL is a crown also. And why do I know it's a crown? Because look, you see the word hell? See the word hell? Hell equals 3719. See? What I was telling you? And look, the prime numbers for 37 and 19 is 157 and 67 is 224. Look at that. And next year is 2024, you see? But you see what I'm saying? The 19 crown, 37, 19. And there's, I can show you stuff with that too, but forget about it. I just want you to see this, 224, because next year is 224. If you take out the 0, it's 224. The 0 is a crown or it's nothing, 0 to hero, get it? It's either you're a 0 or a hero. All right? And if you still think that's a coincidence, all right, with the 3-7 connections, which I was just telling you is the EL connection, pay attention. So remember, the EL is the 3-7, right? And Satan equals 55. Elvis is born on 1-8. Look, 37 plus 18 is 55. See, remember earlier I was showing you the 55 plus 18. This is 37 plus 18 is 55. See that? It's exact. How much more exact can you be? And look at this. 37 times 18 is 666. See what I mean? The EL to the 1-8. And didn't I just show you this? That from at the 37 mark, it hits the 108, right? And that's when he was born, right? 37 mark, it hits the 108, right? And it's 37 to the 1-8, get it? 37 times 1-8, 37 times 18 is 666. 37 plus 18 is 55. Satan's 55, get it? Are you getting that? Are you getting that? How much more obvious can that be? Just keep watching, folks. It's gonna get even better. I'm just gonna take a break for a second. Man, my throat is messed up because I'm talking too much, man. See, next year is super important, folks. It's a super important connection to Elvis, which you'll see as this video goes. All right. So remember, we're talking about Satan because he equals 55, right? Now, is it a coincidence? Because remember earlier, I just showed you a connection with 224. Look at this. From the first of the year to 224 is 55 days if you add the day. From 1-1 to 224 is 55 days when you add the day. Without it, it would be 54. But look, it's 55. Next year is 2024. See what I mean? I told you anything in between means 0. I told you that. 2024 basically. All right. Okay. Now, look, just keep looking. So, oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, yeah, here it is. So look over here. Look over here. Satan equals 5510. And you know Elvis, he was born on 108. Look at this. 10 is 10. Get it? 10, and there's your 8. Elvis is born on 108. 10 is 10. Get it? And then the 50, and this is what Satan equals, 5510, right? And look, it's 18 again. 108. And you know he had an identical twin Elvis that died. So it's 108 with a crown and 108. You see that? Are you getting it? And then watch this. So Satan equals 5510, right? 5510. If you write it out, the numbers 5510, it equals 147, 66, 213 in the forward numbers. This is the backward numbers. Forget about that. Look at the forward numbers and look when Elvis was born, January 8th with an H, January 8th. It equals the exact same as 55 and 10 in the forward numbers. See what I mean? And look over here, what's the difference here? 237, 273. You see that? It's the EL twice. 2 ELs, 2 crowns. You see? Are you getting that? Folks, I need to, man, I don't know what's going on here. Are you guys following what I'm saying? You know what you guys don't understand? I told you guys I need feedback. Because this way I know you're paying attention and I know that you're understanding it. At least give me some feedback once in a while, you wicked devils, man. Oh, you get on my last nerves. I'm not saying I want you guys to talk about, wishy-washy stuff. I'm just saying at least give me some feedback. Like, got it, yes, something. I feel like I'm just talking to myself then. Yeah, well, if you just got here, you got to watch from the beginning, because you're never going to understand it from now, I'm going to wait I'm just going to see if anybody's paying attention. This is unbelievable. You got 25 people in the chat, not one person said anything. It's strange, man. Yeah, man, strange. Man. I told you, I have the worst viewers. I do. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, remember when I said that it from 1-1 to 220, because remember, Satan equals 55. So from 1-1 to 224, which is the 2024 connection, is 55 days, right? And then I showed you this, the 5510, how it connected to Elvis, because 10 is like 108, you understand? And then I showed you that 5510 has the same numbers as January 8th. Elvis was born on January 8th, you get it? All right, but look, here we go again. So Satan equals 55, right? So if you just wrote only 55, look what it equals. 108, 54, 162. Look at that. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Elvis is born on 108. You see that? And remember, from Elvis's birthday to 224, if you don't add the day, it's 54 days. Up to that day is 55, you see? And 55 equals that. So you have the 55 here, the 54 here from Elvis's, I'm sorry, from the first of the year to, not from Elvis's birthday, from the first of the year to 224, it was 54, 55 days, sorry. But there's your 108 for Elvis's birthday, connecting to Satan again. And remember earlier, I was connecting all the, and look, you have the 1-8 with a crown. Elvis is born on 1-8. Look at that. You have a 35, 45. I told you he needs the 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. The 45. That's why Trump is the replacement twin. Okay. Now keep paying attention. So if you minus, look, the 55th prime number, because remember, Satan equals 55, and I showed you all the connections with Elvis to 55. The 55th prime is 257. If you deducted 257 from 1 year, 365 days, it equals 108. Look at that. Again, connecting to Elvis's birthday. Elvis was born on 108, you know, but this is 108, but still, it connects. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what is it with these strange coincidences, right? That connect Elvis to Satan. How about this connection? Because I told you Trump is the replacement twin. Look, if you put their full names, Elvis, Aaron Presley, Donald John Trump, look what it equals. 401, then 149, and then 550. Look, 55 with a crown. 55 with a crown. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's interesting, you know? And if that's still not enough, because remember, Elvis turns 89 in 2024. That's what this whole video is about next year, the 224 connection to 89. The 89th prime, folks, okay? The 89th prime is 461. 461 plus 89 is 550. You see what I'm showing you? I just showed you that Elvis, Aaron Presley, Donald John Trump equal 550 together, the total, you know. And look at that. If you add up that, see what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, now, I'm just gonna talk to you guys for a second. Like I told you, everything has to do with the 89 connection. That's right. The 24th prime is 89. See, I have that card coming up, you know. But and next year is year 24, right? And the 24th prime is 89, right? And yes, God bless everybody who's paying close attention. But still, I'm trying to make you guys understand. You got to give some feedback. I need to know that you guys understand, okay? Wait, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. The information. I'm not done yet. So pay attention. So remember, I was showing you all the 55 connections, right? Just now. All right, and I know you probably already forgot most of them, you know. But So remember, I told you that Satan equals 55 from the first of the year to 224, you know, because remember, next year is 2024, 224, get it? It's 55 days from the first of the year to 224. 55, Satan equals 55, right? And pay attention. Elvis, his name equals 67. And his identical twin, Jesse, spelled with an I on his tombstone is spelled with an I, Jessie. So that equals 67. They both equal the exact same in the first row. They both equal 67, 22, 89. And I'll get to the 89 thing in a moment. But the 67, 22 is what they both equal. Now, so think about how crazy this is. So, anyway, from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 within the same year is 247 days. 247th day of the year is my birthday, 9/4. But from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days, and you know what that is? Is 67.67%. I told you it's all about the twins, and the twin towers fell, right? And look. So Elvis and Jesse both equal 67. 67 is the first number in gematria that equals 162. 162nd day of the year is June 11. 67 is the first number that equals 162 in gematria. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. And by the way, the 19th prime number is 67. Remember I told you about the crown? The 19 thing? The 19th prime number is 67. Again, connecting to Elvis and Jesse, right? Now look at this. Remember, 6, 7, right? 6, look at this. 6 times 7 is 42. And I told you Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's 42nd state, right? Look at this. 6 plus 7 is 13. 42 plus 13 is 55. again connecting to Satan. Satan equals 55. Are you getting that? I mean, how many connections can you have to the Antichrist, to Satan? How many? Just think about it. How many connections can you have? When you look at my videos over and over and over again, because you know why he has to have so many connections? Because just like God was perfect. He had to have everything be perfect. All right. That's why when you see God doing things in the Bible and you say, why would he do that? Like, because it had to be perfect. He knows the end from the beginning. That's why. He knows the end from the beginning. And that's why he knows how he has to have it in order for it to be perfect. Okay. In order for all of this to happen. Okay. God had to design and, work work the magic that he does, when I say magic, you know what I mean, divine, not this wicked, evil magic that they're pulling. But what I'm saying is it has to be perfect, okay? And okay, so now I just, I'm trying to connect the 55 stuff, okay? But look, pay attention. So remember, from the first of the year to 224, which connects to 2024 next year, from the first, and Satan equals 55, right? So from the first of the year to 224, the date is 55 days, right? And it connects to the 2024, right? Because next year is 2024. But look, from Elvis's birthday to 224 is 48 days if you add the day. So actually to 224 is 48 days for Elvis. And look, which is the only Super Bowl Seattle won? Super Bowl 48 was the only Super Bowl Seattle won. Why? Why, man? Think about that. Why? Out of all the, why did it have to be that one? You know what I'm saying? Which connects to the 55, because 224 is the 55th day of the year. You understand? It's 48 days from Elvis's birthday. See how it connects? Did you understand that? That part? Did you guys understand that part? Yeah. Ask your question another time. That's a good question, but ask it another time. In a different live stream. Okay, so now that you just saw what I was connecting the 48 and the 55, watch this. Look, 55 plus 48 equals 103. The 103rd prime number is the first number that connects to 666. The 103rd prime number is the first number that connects to 666. And that was Seattle Sioux. Seattle Sioux won the 103rd Kentucky Derby that year that he won the Triple Crown. Look, because the Kentucky Derby is the first leg. And then you win the Preakness, then you have to win the Belmont, which was on 611. But anyway, the 103rd prime number is 563. You add the 103 to the 563, you get 666. See? 55 point. Again, look, how many connections do I have to show you that connect to 666 with Elvis and Satan and all this other stuff I'm showing? It's impossible, okay? Anyway, so remember, we're talking about Satan. Satan equals 55, and from the first of the year to 224, next year is 2024, right? And it's the 224 connection to the 55, and Satan equals 55, right? Pay attention. Pay attention. So from the first of the year to 55, because see, Satan equals 55, remember. From the first of the year to 55, it's 4 months, 4 days, or 4 months, 5 days. See that? I told you the 44-45, right? How important it is. Because Trump is the 44th person to become president, but the 45th president of the United States. 44th person to become president, but the 45th president to take office. And of course, Trump's going to get his head on August 4th, and Obama was the president before him, and Obama's born on August 4th, you see? And because he's connected to the 44, they had to. The 44 had to connect to the 45. because Trump is the one who's going to get the head wound on August 4th, which is Obama's birthday. All right. Anyway, but what I'm talking about here is about Seattle June 11th event, which is connecting to the B side of the sea. It's the biblical B side of the sea. That's what this whole thing's about. Revelation is going to be played out, and Elvis is the B side of the sea in Seattle. Okay. Anyway, so remember, I was just showing you everything about the the 5-5, and the one from 1-1 to 2-2-4 is 55 days. So it's basically from the first day to the 55th day, right? 1 through 5-5, you get it? So pay attention. So from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 on a regular year, it's 154, but if you add the days, 155. On a leap year, it's 156 days. But the 155 is the main day. And 155 is the first number in gematria that equals 216. 155 is the first number in gematria that equals 216. 216 is August 4th, the 216th day of the year. And 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. And that's why Elvis needs 216. And Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. His full name equals 216. Elvis Aaron Presley. Just add up each number. Add it up. E is 5, L, that's all you have to do. Just add it up. All right. Now, and why is that important? Why was I showing you that 155 equals 216? Because remember, from Elvis' birthday to 6/11, no matter which day, it's going to connect to 155. I mean, whether it's a leap year or not, it's going to connect to 155. But and then remember, next year is 2024, and the 55th day is 224. Okay. Hold on. Let me just ask a question here. Hold on. What number day of the year is February 24th?
According to the fact site, February 24th is World Bartender Day as well as Tortilla Chip Day. Welcome to the 55th day of the year.
The 55th day of the year, like I said, okay? Now, and remember I was telling you the 1 through 55, the 155, right? Because from Elvis' birthday to 6/11 is 155 days, and the 155 is an important number. Look, pay attention. Do you remember what Satan equaled? Satan equaled 5510, right? 5510. Look at this. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 10, it equals 55. So 5510, you remember? That's what it equaled. And notice what the numbers are. 155. You get what I'm saying? And if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 55, see, this was what 1 through 10 was 55. If you add up, and remember, Satan equals 5510. But look, add up all the numbers between 1 through 55. Look what it equals. 1540. 1540. You know what that means? The Antichrist with a crown. The Antichrist equals 154. See? I don't know if you guys can see that. The Antichrist equals 154. And from Elvis's birthday to June 11th on a regular year, not a leap year, it's 154, 155, the days. All right? Are you seeing what I just showed you there? 154 with a crown. Okay? Are you getting that? All right? And let's ask something about Elvis real quick. When did Elvis start working at Crown Electric? Listen to the date.
According to Graceland, on April 20th, 1954, Elvis began working at Crown Electric for $1 an hour.
So he started working at Crown Electric on 4/20. 4/20. Look, 4/20 is 42 with a crown. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington is the 42nd state. It's the 110th day of the year. 1 through 10 equals 55. 1 through 10. 4/20, 42 with a crown. Are you looking at what I'm showing you? Satan equals 5510. 155 with a crown. 155 with a crown. You understand? Because he needs he needs the 154, 155. You remember what I showed you why 154, 155 is so important? Now I have to show that since I mentioned it. Why is the 154, 155 so important to this puzzle? See, that's why they need to keep that equation, but they need to get rid of the 155, 156 equation, which is the leap year equation, okay? And why do they need to get rid of that? Because, man, where is it, man? Hold on, folks. I wonder if I can find it somewhere. No, let me just type it in real quick. And why does he need it? Because this is what happens when you punch in 154 and 155. Look. See, 155, well, I put the 5 on top. 155, 154, look what you get, see? Just pay attention to the front numbers. 450, 45 with a crown, 216, 666. This is the only days that does that. The only days on the calendar year that you put those two together, it would be 154, 155 has that connection. And then why does Elvis need that? Besides what I just showed, connecting to the 45 with the crown and the 216, because when you add Elvis Aaron Presley to that puzzle, what are you going to get? This is what you're going to get. See? So you add Elvis Aaron Presley to the 154 and 155, look, you get 666 on top, which is the more important. 666 on top, see? That's why. All right? Again, connecting to the 666. All right? Now, when Elvis, because everything has to do with the needle with Elvis, okay? That's how everybody heard Elvis, through the albums with a needle. You put the needle on the record, blah, blah, and it's got an arm, the needle, you put it on the record, and the top of the Space Needle in Seattle looks like a record player, the needle on the top, and because Satan is the prince of the power of the air, and that's how we heard Elvis, through the airwaves, through the needle, the record, and Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle when it opened. As soon as it opened, he made a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair. All right, so now he's connected to that needle. He's also connected to the needle that he took on Bill Gates' first birthday. He was the first famous person, Elvis, to take an injection on live television. He did it on Bill Gates' first birthday, and Bill Gates is born in Seattle where the needle is, and Bill Gates promotes the needle, right? And that same year that Elvis took the needle, there was a horse that won 2/3 of the Triple Crown. 2/3 is 666. And what was the horse's name that year? Because remember, the year Elvis died, the horse Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, because they're going to slew Seattle, because slew means to violently kill. Horse Seattle Slew wins on June 11th, the Triple Crown. And that's when I'm telling you Seattle's going to be struck. June 11th, the same year Elvis died. But the same year Elvis took the needle, a horse won 2/3 of the Triple Crown. He missed one. 2/3 is 666. 66 point whatever the hell, 6. And that horse, the same year Elvis took the needle, his name was Needles. The horse's name was Needles. The year Elvis took the needle. All right. If you think that's a coincidence, you're just dumb. All right. And you know what it was? And you know the number. And Elvis equals 67, right? And if you put a crown on 67, which is the 15th letter of the alphabet of the crown, the letter O, you put a crown on 67, it makes 82, right? And what number Kentucky Derby was that he won? He won the first race of the Triple Crown, and he won the third race. He missed the middle one. So what was the Kentucky Derby? Which one? The 82nd. And Seattle equals 82, right? But look at the date of the Kentucky Derby. 5/5. See? The year Elvis took the needle. See? Needles was the horse that won 2/3 of the Triple Crown. See what I mean? 55. And it happened in 56 the year. But, and why is that important? You remember earlier I was telling you that, where's that card? You remember earlier when I was telling you that from the first of the year to 5-5, because Satan equals 55, is 4 months, 5 days, or 4 months, 4 months, 4 days, 4 months, 5 days, the 44-45 connection. So look, 5-5, 5-6. If you minus 55 from 100 and 56 from 100, look what it is, 44 and 45. You see? And look at the numbers, 155, 156. See what I mean? 155, 156. That's from Elvis's birthday to June 11th on a leap year is 155, 156 days. And it connects to the 44-45. See what I mean? All right? Are you getting that? Did I explain that well enough for the people to understand? Did I explain that enough for everyone to understand? Anyone who got late to the chat, you're not going to understand what this video is about, so watch it from the beginning. And if you got in late and you are going to stay here and not watch from the beginning, you better watch from the beginning after this video is up and going, after I end it. If you don't watch it, you're just dumb, all right? If you don't watch it, because it's so important, this video, for you to understand what's going on here. Now, let me show you this. So, why is next year so important? Because see, Elvis, next year in 2024, because it's the year 24, right? It's 89. He turns 89, and the 24th prime number is 89. Okay, because it's the year 24. Get it? And from the first of the year to 8-9, because we're talking about the 8-9 because Elvis turns 89. From the first of the year 8-9 is 221 days if you add the day. Okay. And from Elvis's birthday to the day he died, August 16th, it's the exact same equations. And on a leap year, it's 222 days. And look what happens on a leap year. The percentage, 222 days is 60.66%. See? Again, connecting to the 666. Okay? And look, if you add 666 to 224, 89 with a crown. You see? Elvis's age in 224. 666, 224 is 89 with a crown. All right. Again, I ask you, what are the chances of all these 666 stuff? Why? Why all this 666 stuff connecting to Elvis if he's not the Antichrist? Okay. Now, interestingly enough, Super Bowl 55 itself, I couldn't really find too much on it. I'm going to tell you that. The only thing I could really find on that was that Super Bowl 55 was in the year 2021, and Elvis the Antichrist equals 221. And I just showed you the 221 connections with the one, what I just showed a minute ago. But I'm just saying it's interesting that Elvis the Antichrist equals 221, and it was the 55th Super Bowl the year he, that I was just telling you. And I don't know that, like I said, that's the only thing I could really find with that one. But there's a few other things like with from that date to 6/11 next year, it had an interesting number, but I don't want to get into that now. You got to pay attention closely to what I'm showing here. Now, why am I sure? Because next year is the year 24. Okay, so this equation, you're going to look at it, you're going to be like, why is he showing you this? Because, see, look, remember, it's all about the 89 because Elvis turns 89 next year, right? In the year 24. Pay attention. The Elvis Super Bowl was the 23rd Super Bowl, but it was held in 89 because that was the Elvis halftime show. It was the whole halftime show was some crappy Elvis impersonator, okay? And I'm not going to get into the details about that, but I've done many videos about it. Now pay attention. Okay? Remember that, okay, Where is that piece of paper? Hold on, folks. I gotta find that one sheet of paper here. This one right here. I gotta make sure you guys remember this. So remember, Satan equals 55, right? From the first of the year to 224, next year is 2024, get it? From the first of the year, 224 is 55 days, all right? And Satan equals 55, right? So the Elvis halftime show was in 89. In 1989, Elvis was 54 that year, right? But see, it connects to the 89, but it doesn't connect to the 55. But 54, this is with the day, if you count it, but up to that day it's 54. So that means that 224 has a connection to 54 and 55. Okay, that's why it connects to 223 and 224, because if you use the calculator, it lets you add the day or don't add the day. So if you don't add the day, it would be 54 days. If you add the day, it's 55. So this equation that you're seeing, the Elvis halftime show in 89, because remember, next year Elvis turns 89, it's the 24 year. Look, Satan equals 55. So the 23-24 has a connection, because from the first of the year to 224 is 54 or 55 days. Okay, so it does connect to that. And Elvis's age in 24 was 55. Do you see that? Elvis's age is 55 in 2024. I mean, in the Super Bowl 24, in that 1990. Okay, that's what I was trying to show you, is that it connects to the 224 and the 55, which is Satan. Satan equals 55, and next year Elvis turns 89. Okay, now, so wait, you'll see how it all connects in a moment. All right. So, and who won those two Super Bowls? Who won those two Super Bowls? Look at who won. The 49ers. They won the 23rd and the 24th. And why is that important? Because 4-9. 4 times 9 equals 36. 1 through 36 is 666. 49ers win it, right? And that's my birthday, 9-4. 4-9, backwards. In the UK, they say the date's backwards. That's my birthday. Elvis is using my birthday. I told you that. I'm connected to this puzzle. I've explained that to you guys. Anyway, so 49ers win both Super Bowls, right? Now pay attention. And remember, I showed you that it's the 54, 55, because Elvis turned 54 and 55 in the years of those two Super Bowls, right? And pay attention. It's going to show you without a shadow of a doubt what's going on here. So Elvis's age in 1990 was 55, and that was Super Bowl 24, which also the 49ers won. Satan equals 55. So in the year 1990 is 55, right? He was 55. And remember, I told you that Satan, his name equals 5510 in the first row, which is the more important row. And I showed you how it connects to Elvis. But 55, right? Elvis turned 55 in the Super Bowl 24, okay? In 1990. And look where Satan equals 5510. You want to take a guess at the score of Super Bowl 24? What was the score of Super Bowl 24? 49ers win 55-10. I mean, can you believe this, man? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They win 55-10. Are you getting what I'm showing you here? Is there anybody out there? Huh? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Is there anybody out there that can understand what I'm showing? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone and I'm by myself. You know, and you know how that they look out in the town and nobody's there. It's just you by yourself. You know, it's so beyond ridiculous. All right. So the score was 55-10. Satan equals 55-10. And you have the 24 connection, because I told you next year Elvis turned 89 in year 24. The 24th prime number is 89, you know. And Elvis equals 55. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Elvis it turned 55 in 1990 when the Super Bowl happened. And Satan equals 5510. You see what I'm saying? And remember that, anyway, forget it, man. I give up. Anyway, who did the 49ers beat? The 49ers, I told you, is connected to the, 4 times 936 thing, remember? Anyway, so the 49ers, they beat the Denver Broncos, right? And it just so happens that Denver Broncos has a connection to the Antichrist number. Look, the Denver Broncos equals 154.64. The Antichrist equals 154.64. Look at that. I thought that was interesting. And who was the winning quarterback for the 49ers that year? Well, for their first 4 Super Bowls, San Francisco 49ers, they won 4 Super Bowls. 16th, 19th, 23rd, 24th, and they won another one, but I'm not going to tell you that one yet. But look, who was the MVP for this Super Bowl? The one I just talked about. It was Joe Montana. He won the MVP for the 49ers. And when was Joe Montana born? 6/11. So the Satan Super Bowl, the quarterback is born on 6/11, man. Yeah, man. First of all, I've shown this many times, but I never showed the connection to Satan for all this. This is the first time I'm showing that. Are you getting how ridiculous this puzzle is? And if that's still not enough, there's still more. Just hold on. So Super Bowl 24, like I said, is when the score was 55-10, and 49ers beat the Broncos, and Satan equals 55-10, remember? And Elvis turned 55 that year, right? Super Bowl 24 was in Louisiana. Lucifer. Anyway, look, it's the 18th state. Elvis was born in 1/8. Again, connecting, you see? And what is 24 plus 18? 42. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. Anyway, and check this out. Joe Montana, I told you he was born on June 11th. Look at this. He's born in New Eagle, PA, Pennsylvania. Look, New Eagle. Yeah, who's the New Eagle? They're trying to say that Elvis is the New Eagle. But look, his age right now is 67, and on 6/11 next year, he turns 68. And why is that important, 67, 68? Because Elvis equals 67, 68 backwards. 67 forward, 68 backwards. See? 67, 68. See that? And why is that important? Because see, that's the same year Elvis took the needle. When Elvis took the needle, look, he's born in that same year that Elvis took the needle. And okay, so now that I've shown you that, about the connection to that, all that, now look at this. So when Elvis, when the Elvis halftime show happened, all right, when the Elvis halftime show happened, it was in 89, the halftime show. All right, it was during the 23rd Super Bowl. But what I was just showing you there was the 24th. The 49ers won that one. The 49ers won the 23rd one also. And check this out, right? Pay attention, right? So remember, Montana was the quarterback again, right? And he's born on 6/11, right? And which is the 162nd day of the year, right? 6/11. That's the day Seattle's going to be struck. And look at the score. First of all, the Bengals, they play Cincinnati, right? I mean, Cincinnati Bengals, right? And Cincinnati's in Ohio. And that's where Trump's going to get his head wound, in Ohio. I told you that. You see how everything connects? Look what the score was. 16-20, 2016. What is that? August 4th is the 216th day of the year, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Look at that. August 4th and June 11th with a crown right there in your face. 216 with a crown, 162 June 11th with a crown. You see? You see that? And that is the only time in all of the 57 other Super Bowls that the score has been 20-16. The only time that the score has been 20-16 was the Elvis Super Bowl. And why is that important? Because Elvis, how's that, besides what I just showed, how else does that connect to this puzzle? The 2016, 16, 20. Pay attention. Elvis was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. Mississippi is the 20th state. Then he moved and died in Memphis, Tennessee. Notice it's the same letters. Tupelo, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, MTTM equals 33, both of them. TM, MT is 33. 33 and 33 is 66. The word twin equals 66. But forget about that. So he went from TM to MT because his tomb is empty. Get it? Elvis lives. Elvis's anagram is the word lives or Levi's. But check this out. So he was born in the 20th state. He died in Tennessee, which is the 16th state. So there's your 20, 16, 16, 20. See what I mean? And Elvis died on 8/16. The date, 8/16. On the military time, 8:16 p.m. is 2016. See, again, 2016. And backwards is 1620. And what would be 1620 on military time? 420. 420 with a crown. 420, get it? And the hands would be on the 4-4. 44, the kill number. Kill equals 44. Anti equals 44. And speaking of Elvis's anagram with the Levi, I could show you much more with the 1620, 2016, but remember Elvis's anagram is lives, right? Or Levi's, or lives, like Black Lives. That's why they had it all everywhere. So where was the 49ers? Where do the 49ers play football? Where do they play football? At Levi's Stadium. So the 49ers who won those Super Bowls connecting to Elvis and Satan and the halftime show was Levi's Stadium. But at the time, I don't think it was called Levi's. They called it Levi's after, I think. So Levi's is Elvis. You get it? When did they start calling San Francisco football stadium Levi's?
According to Wikipedia, the stadium is located approximately 40 miles south of San Francisco. It is named after Levi
So I think it was
Strauss.
in 2013 or 2014. Can you believe that? 2013, oh man, whatever, man. Where did the Seattle Seahawks win their Super Bowl? Where was it?
According to Sportskeeda, the last time this...
It was in New Jersey. Anyway, forget about that. Okay, so anyway, how many Super Bowls did the 49ers win? And my birthday is 9/4, but it connects to the 9/5 because it landed on 9/5 because it was a leap year, my birthday. So 9/4, 9/5. Look, 49ers win 5 Super Bowls. 4, 9, 5. 9, 4, 5. Get it? Those are my numbers again. 9, 4, 5, which I always tell you about. Okay, now, so here's undeniable proof. Undeniable that it's all about Elvis and Satan and everything else, And remember, I told you that Montana, he turned 67, 68, right? He's 67 now, 68 next year. That Joe Montana was born on June 11th, right? Look. So Elvis, his name equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. Remember, I was showing you that. But look, Elvis's name ends with 89. See, 67, his forward numbers is 67, 22, 89. So it has to end at the 89. That's why I told you that. Okay? And the trigger point was in the year 2022 when he turned 45 years dead. On that day, August 16, 2022, the fuse was lit. Because from that day, August 16, 2022 to 6/11/2024 is 666 days. Okay? And that's the year he turns 89. Okay, now, the first Super Bowl, pay attention. The first Super Bowl was on 1/15/67. See, Elvis equals 67. Remember that. And the word twin equals 66, and the season started in 66. So 66 is the twin, 67 is Elvis, and the second Super Bowl is in 68. So the first two Super Bowls were, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so from the first Super Bowl, look, the first Super Bowl was in 67. The Elvis Super Bowl was in 89. Are you getting it? 67 to 89. Look, 67 to 89. See what I mean? What's the chance that that it connects like that? That a halftime show for Elvis was in 89. See what I mean? Are you getting that? And notice that it's 115, right? And guess how many days? Watch this. See, you guys don't understand. All of this is it's beyond scripted. It's beyond anybody's comprehension what they're up to. Look at this. 1/15/67 was the first Super Bowl. And when was, check this out. When was Martin Luther King killed that year? He was killed on 4/4. Now, if you went from that day, the first, the reason I'm bringing up Martin Luther King, you'll see in a moment. But let me show you this first. So from that day, the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl, from that day to the next year, because Martin Luther King was killed the next year on 4/4. Look at this. Look at the amount of days. Look, see? It's 445 days if you don't add the day. If you add it, it's 446. He never, the day didn't end. He died before it could end, you know what I mean? But the point I'm trying to make is it's the 44-45 connection. You see what I'm saying? 4-4-4-5. And why am I bringing up Martin Luther King? Because you remember, Elvis is known as the King. Seattle's in King County. And now Seattle, King County is named after Martin Luther King. It happened in 2005. They officially made it official. That Seattle, King County is named after Martin Luther King. And why is that important? Because, see, Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis the King lived and died. See? That's why that was the king ritual for Elvis. All right? They had to get rid of that king. And that was the same year that Elvis did his comeback special and sang a song about Martin Luther King, that If I Can Dream song, Anyway, hold on. So, and when was Martin Luther King born? Guess when he was born? 1/15. 1/15. See? I'm just showing you stuff. If you can't, I'm just asking you to use your common sense, and ask yourself, how is this possible? And you know why 1/15 is so important? Because the first prime is 2, the 15th prime is 47. That's your 247. That's my birthday. And that's also from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. You understand? 1/15 is so important because the first prime is 2, the 15th prime is 47. Okay? Anyway, so that takes care of that. And remember, we're talking about Elvis and the 67 to 89, and this was the 67 to the 89 Super Bowl. The first Super Bowl to the Elvis Super Bowl was 67 to 89. Get it? Look, in next year on leap year, from Elvis' birthday to 6/11 is 156 days if you add the day. Look, 67 plus 89, 156. And remember, Elvis equals 67, and he ends with 89. You see what I mean? Okay. And by the way, from that, remember that Super Bowl thing I was just showing you? The from the first Super Bowl to Elvis's halftime show Super Bowl. Look at the amount of days. Look at this. Where am I? Where is it? Oh, here it is. From that day, the first Super Bowl to the Elvis halftime Super Bowl, look at the amount of years and days. Look at that. 22 years, 8 days exactly. And why is that important? 228. Why is that important? Because Elvis died on August 16th, which is the 228th day of the year. Okay? He died on the 228th day of the year, and it's 22 years and 8 days between those two Super Bowls. The first Super Bowl, and remember, Elvis equals 67, ends with 89. Elvis halftime show was in that 89. 22 years, 8 days. Elvis died on 8/16, the 228th day of the year. And look at the days. 8/04 and then 4. I told you Trump gets his head wound on the 4th day and probably comes back on 8/8. You know, they say he's alive on 8/8 or whatever. He comes out of his coma or whatever the hell is going to happen. But he gets his head wound on 8/04 and then whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. And anyway, so I'm almost done, folks. There's only like 5 more cards left. You're going to want to hear this. Believe me. So, by the way, my initials to my name is GB. But look at this. The first Super Bowl was in 67, right? And who won it? Green Bay. Who won the second one? 68. Green Bay. Because remember, Elvis equals 67, 68, right? That's why it had to be the same team that won. Do you not understand? And remember, the 1 and 2, pay attention. If you put it together, 1, 2, it's like 12. You know what I mean? Not adding it up, but just put the numbers together. It's 1, 2 would be 12. The 12th prime number is 37. It's all about the EL. Remember I was telling you? The 37. But look, so Green Bay wins both of them. And green kind of connects to the Emerald Bay, which is, Emerald City, Emerald Bay. You know what I mean? Emerald City, the... Seattle's known as the Emerald City, and it's near water. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's connecting, right? And Green Bay wins both of them. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So, who was the winning coach for that team? Green Bay head coach, the one who won both those Super Bowls, the first 2 Super Bowls. Look at his name. Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi. Look, VL, right? LV in Roman numerals equals 55, okay? VL, LV in Roman numerals, you see? And why am I showing this equation? Vince Lombardi, he was the winning coach in the first 2 Super Bowls, because that dude, Vince Lombardi, was born on 6/11. Can you believe this? Do you now understand? I've already showed all this information before, but when you see it all come together again and again, and the trophy, the Super Bowl trophy is named after that guy. The VL, the 55, LV is 55 in Roman numerals. And it's 6/11, connecting to the 55, which is Satan. And folks, pay attention, folks. What is 6/11? What is 6/11 plus 55? Can you believe this, man? You see it? Now do you see it? Give me a break, man. Can you believe what I just showed you? Can you believe it? You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. And folks, why was I showing the LVBL thing? Remember, because Satan equals 55. LV in Roman numerals is 55, right? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So, where is the 24th Super Bowl? Let's ask where the 24th Super Bowl is. Where is the 24th Super Bowl?
Here is some information for where is Super Bowl 2024? According to Allegiant Stadium, slated for February 11th, 2024, the Super Bowl will take place at Allegiant Stadium and marks the first time Las Vegas and the state of Nevada will welcome the Super Bowl.
So, let's start with the connections with that. First of all, it's in Nevada, which is the 36th state. And I told you, what is 2016, 16, 20? It equals 36. 16 plus 20, 20 plus 6. You remember? 36, right? Wait. So 36. And so I know I'm waiting. I'm going to show it. So it's 36. And it's called Sin City, Las Vegas, right? All right. Where else would Elvis, that's why Elvis played in Sin City for all his concerts. Most of his concerts were in Sin City, Las Vegas. Wait. So it's in Las Vegas, Nevada, right? 36 state. 666 is the 36. You know that. If you count all the numbers between 1 and 36, it's 666. And I told you everything to do with the 36 connects to Elvis. And the 16, 20, 2016 thing. Anyway, because that was what the score of the Elvis halftime show was. 20 plus 16 is 36. 16, 20, right? The August 4th, June 11th. Anyway, so why was I showing all this, Vince Lombardi and stuff? Because LVBL. Because Las Vegas is the LV. 55. Roman numerals. LV. Vince Lombardi. You see what I mean? Las Vegas. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You see what I mean? It's impossible. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. And wait. And of course, I showed you. I already told you. It's in Sin City, 36th state. That's where next Super Bowl is, right? And it's going to be held on 2/11. 2/11 is the 42nd day of the year. This is the first time ever that it's going to be on 2/11. I checked every Super Bowl. This is the first time that it's on February 11th. And that was Washington's original birthday, 2/11. They changed it to 2/22, 2/11, okay? 42nd day of the year. Washington State is the 42nd state, and Elvis died at the age of 42. Okay, now, look what this place is called. Look at this. It's got the EL and the LL. Isn't that the airport for the pigeon peckers? LL airport? Whatever. Look, it's got the word giant. And the L could be an I. A-I-L. You get it? L-A-I, giant. But anyway, what is the nickname of this Allegiant Stadium? It's called the Death Star. What in the hell? And look, the square footage. Man, hold on. Let's just hear what they say. What is the square footage of Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas?
1.8 million square foot. According to McCarthy Construction,
McCarthy Construction. Do you see that? And what is the nickname for Allegiant Stadium?
The Death Star. According to Bleacher Report, Mark Davis nicknames Raiders Allegiant Stadium the Death.
When was Mark Davis born? I don't know what that is.
Mark Davis was born on May 18th, 1955.
He's the son of that owner, Al Davis. And that's where the address is, right? Look at that. He's born on the 18th day, 1/8 and the 55. Look at that, the year. Look at that. Interesting. Well, whatever. It's got many connections, but check this out. What is the address for Allegiant Stadium?
Allegiant Stadium is at 3333 Al Davis Way, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89118.
See that? Look at that. Look at that. It's got the 89 zip code and the 18 at the end too. And it's, it's got the 911 in the middle. And the address is 3333. Look at that, which is 66, which is what I told you. The Memphis, Tennessee, the MT, the TM, 3333 is 66. Anyway, okay. So remember, this is in Las Vegas, right? And check this out. Who won the 1977 Super Bowl?
The Raiders, according to
The
Wikipedia.
Raiders. And that was the year Elvis died, and that's the year Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th, right? And the Raiders won that Super Bowl. And where do the Raiders play football?
Showing pictures that match.
What city do the Raiders play football?
According to Team History, Pro Football Hall of Fame, after 12 seasons in Southern California, the team moved back to their original city. In 2020, the Raiders left Oakland again and moved to Las Vegas in the newly built Allegiant Stadium, which seats 65,000 and can hold up to 71,835 people.
The Raiders, who won the Super Bowl the year Elvis died, and the year Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th. You see? Now, it's being played. You know what I mean? They're called the Las Vegas. They're called the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I didn't look at? This is the last thing I'm gonna look at. Let's look at the name, what it equals. I didn't even look at what Allegiant or Raiders equals. I might have in the past, but I don't remember it now. I'm almost done, folks. In 10 minutes, this video will be ending, but I'll leave it up. Oh, and pretty interesting. Look at this number. So Allegiant, it's got pretty good numbers. Look, watch. Hold on. Let me bring it up here. I'm trying to make it where you can see it. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. You know, Elvis is born on 1/8, right? See, Allegiant. Look at the numbers. 8-1, and then backwards is 162. That's June 11th, and you have a 216. You have a 36. I'm just saying, there's interesting numbers for sure. If this was right here, it would have been way better. I should put stadium. Let's see. Let me see if I put stadium. See what we get. Because I know when you put Levi's Stadium, it equals 154. That's the Antichrist number. Because that's where the 49ers, who won the Elvis Super Bowl, Hold on a second. I just want to see if I'm right about the Levi's Stadium thing. I just want to see if it equals that. Yeah. You see? Look at this. Look what the numbers are. Levi's Stadium equals 154, 46, 170, 80. You know what the only difference is? Look at this. The Antichrist is 154, 64. This is 154, 46. And backwards, it's 197 and 80. So it's just off by a few numbers. But that doesn't matter. But Levi's is what it is, because Levi's is Elvis. You know what I mean? That's the point. Anyway, so let me put Allegiant Stadium real quick. I just want to see what it equals. It's got some connection to Elvis. So Allegiant Stadium, look, it equals 16-8. Elvis died on 8/16, and look, it was the 228th day of the year. I mean, it's got some connection. Nothing super important, but I don't care. Listen, it's not even that important, that part, because I've shown enough to destroy the matrix on that, so there's no point. But you know what I wanted to see is I wanted to take out the EL out of Al Giant and see what it equals. Yeah, I can't tell what it is. Anyway, All right, folks. Oh, one last thing. Um, uh, guess where? Because you know my name is Garo, right? Garo, which is short for Garabet, but Garo is my name, right? And oh, by the way, my full name, all right, my whole full name with Donald Trump's full name and Elvis's full name equals 611. Our three names put together, full name 611. If, like I said, I told you, God chose me for this from birth. It just took me a long time to figure it out, obviously, but it was the perfect time. Anyway, uh, uh, so what was I going to say? Oh, you know my name's Garo, right? Garo. Check this out. So there was this dude who was playing for the 49ers. Okay? Hold on, let me. So this guy was playing for the 49ers, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. How many years was Jimmy Garoppolo playing for the 49ers? It's not working. Why is it not working? How many years did Jimmy Garoppolo play for the 49ers?
Here is information from Wikipedia.
From 2017 to 2022. So his first year with this team he's playing for now, who does Jimmy Garoppolo play football for?
Las Vegas Raiders.
He went to the Raiders. And why is this important? Look at this dude's name, will you? Let's look at his name. Look at his name. Look at this. He's got my name in it. Garo. Then you have the PP, which I've been talking about. And look, you have the PP, you have a PP reference here with the two balls in the wiener, but that it's like tubal cain or whatever the hell. But really, it's the percentage sign, which I tell you guys about. The devil is in the details. That's the percentage sign. You see, because the PP is the Antichrist. Okay, but I'm not the Antichrist. I'm the one who reveals the Antichrist. All right, and it's all about everything's about the needle. That's what that is. Between the two crowns, you see? It's you see, and always this guy is always hurt. What's the deal with this guy? Can you imagine if these guys go to if they end up going to the Super Bowl? How crazy would that be? And it would be like a big comeback because he's so flaky, the dude, Right? I mean, I don't know nothing about football. From what I've heard, I'm saying he's always hurt or something. What's the address for the gold statue in Israel of Elvis? What is the address for the Elvis Inn in Israel?
Elvis American Cafe is at El Ginat Egos, Street 88, Neve Elon, Israel.
Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to end it right here. But look, I just wanted you to see this. Look at the address for this. This is where the Elvis statue is. I just want you to see look at that word right there. It's the word giant again. And look, it's the EL. El Giant. Giant. You see that? Ego. Egos. Look at that. You got the 88. And the reason I'm showing you this Elvis American Cafe, because look, folks, hold on, man. There's paper sticking to my elbows because I got paper everywhere. You know why I'm showing you this? Because, folks, listen. The gold statue of Elvis in Israel.
Showing pictures that match.
You have to ask yourself, folks, why is there a giant statue a gold statue of Elvis in Israel. Why? Look how big this thing is. On the pedestal. See, when it's on its whatever they call it. Look how tall it is. It's 16 feet. This is 16 feet. Probably with this is another 4 feet. Whatever the hell, 3 feet. Probably 19 feet something. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's a gold statue of Elvis. And millions of people have made a pilgrimage to that place. And what they did was, because see, look, if they had a gold statue for no reason of Elvis, people would be like, what is that? Why is there a gold statue of Elvis in the middle of nowhere? Or wherever the hell it is. I don't know exactly where, in what part of Israel it is. But what you have to ask yourself is, how would they make it look like it was just an innocent thing? I'll tell you how. Because they built a restaurant around it. See, it's an Elvis-themed restaurant. Oh, just some fan of Elvis in Israel, after he died, he says, I'm going to name it Elvis Inn. And in the whole, you have all these people, coming there, and he builds a gold statue of Elvis. And nobody else has a gold statue in Israel. Nobody. And Elvis, his middle name is Aaron. And Aaron is the one who made the golden calf, in the Bible. Moses' brother in the Bible was Aaron. And because Elvis is the golden idol. All right. He's the chosen one. And what they did was they built that restaurant around it to make it look innocent. Like, oh, it's just a restaurant. Nobody's worshiping it. It's just a restaurant. Nobody's worshiping that that gold statue. And they tried to put a gold statue of Netanyahu in Israel. Someone put up a gold statue of right in the middle of the busy area, and someone took it down within one day. See what I mean? They wouldn't even allow it for more than a day. But yet there's a gold statue of Elvis in Israel. And anyway, folks. Oh, and by the way, the reason Benjamin Netanyahu is prime minister all these times, back and forth, because he has to be at this moment, because his name, Benjamin Netanyahu, that name, Benjamin Netanyahu, equals the exact same in gematria as the mark of the beast. Those words, exactly as I said, equals the same as Benjamin Netanyahu, all of it. But he isn't the mark of the beast. He's just there, he's an antichrist. Just like there's thousands of antichrists, but there's only one that's the antichrist. Do you understand the difference? Elvis is the antichrist. Trump is the second one because he is the image of the antichrist. See, Trump is the modern day beast. Okay? I told you it had to have a twin connection. The past, the present, the two-faced past, present, two-faced God, the Janus. Okay? And Janus is a god, right? And I told you that El means God, right? So if you put El with Janus, it equals the exact same as this word, Seattle. El Janus equals Seattle. Okay, because you know why? Because see, Janus equals exactly the same as the word state. And where's the God state? El state is Seattle. ELSTATE. See? STATEEL. El state. The state of God. They're bringing the kingdom. That's why they're going to destroy the King County. And Seattle's in King County. And that's why they did the demolition of the Seattle Kingdom. The Kingdom, get it? Kingdom. They demolished it back in 2000. And I've done all the videos on that. Anyway, folks, that's it. I told you, where else are they going to birth L other than birthing him out of the EL state? They need the EL. The EL is the crown, right? The L means God. ELVIS, God of the 666s. Roman numerals VI is 6. S means sixes, more than one. L, sixes. That's Elvis's name. I told you, Elvis is going to be either his name is going to be the mark of the beast, or his image, or the number of his name. I have no idea what that means, but it's either his image, or his name, or the number of his name. And because Trump has the same kind of profile, side profile, a silhouette kind of as Elvis, you know, the overweight Elvis kind of looks like Trump on the side view. That's why Trump is going to benefit from the worship of Elvis, you know, because basically you're worshiping both of them, you know. Trump is in the flesh Antichrist, but Elvis is the real Antichrist. Anyway, so what better place to birth L than to birth it out of Seattle? And what does birth L equal? The word birth L equals the exact same in gematria as this word, Lucifer. Birth EL equals exactly Lucifer. Okay? If you don't believe me, just look it up. Okay? I've shown it 1,000 times on this channel. All right? So where else are they going to birth L than the L state, which is Seattle? L state is the anagram for Seattle. They're going to birth EL out of Seattle. The Janus, L Janus, L Seattle, the two-faced God. Anyway, folks, God bless all of you. That's right. Yeah, Trump looks up to the sky and says he's the chosen one. Yeah, he was chosen by Elvis to be the chosen one, Satan himself. But see, God chose me to make sure that I reveal, because see, I told you there's a spiritual war going on here. They need me to take the mark, because I'm the Neo character. And what did they do? They were chasing Neo. You know what I mean? I'm telling you that I'm the triple crown. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but they need to get me, and that's what that's why I'm trying to tell you guys that we all need each other. You know, you guys give me strength, I give you strength. You know, God gives us strength. You get what I'm saying? And the more we are sticking together, and that's why I try to, try to get you guys not to be lukewarm, but I can only do so much, folks. I've been going at it nonstop for all these years. Yeah, I told you that I'm the Neo character. Keanu Reeves was born in Beirut, Lebanon. And where was I born? Beirut, Lebanon. He was born in the same hospital. He was born on 9/2. I was born on 9/4. Same year. We were in the same hospital at the same time. You know what I mean? Or I could have been in the same room. Maybe he got birthed in the same room as me, but he wasn't there at the very moment. I already told you, I am the Neo character. Whatever the hell Neo. Neo means one. He's the chosen one. But he's not. I'm the real Neo. Yeah. Exactly. He is the... That's the only reason Keanu was chosen, was because of the connection to me. All right. Anyway. All right, folks. God bless all of you. Any last words? Any last words? I'm going to end the chat in 2 minutes. All right. And by the way, for the people who are wondering what the shirt, by the way, look at that. It says W, because Washington, get it? W, his key. But anyway, this was before I got saved. Someone bought this for me. I would never wear a shirt that says whiskey. behavior. That's what it says. Whiskey behavior. You know what's so funny? People, when I'm walking down the street, they'll be like, "Oh, nice shirt," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And then I look, I realize it's. I said, "What do you mean?" And they go, "It says whiskey behavior." I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Because my brain's not thinking. I'm like, "What?" It's an old shirt. The only reason I wear it because I only have like 5 or 6 T-shirts. You know what I mean? Anyway, folks. Oh yeah, someone says that a couple of twin boys were rescued in Israel or something. Really, I didn't hear about that yet. No, but I'll have to check it out. Thanks. All right, folks. And by the way, someone said where I live, Glendale. Glendale's known as the Jew-El city. Jewel, Jewel, the El Jew. You see? Because who is the real Jews? It's Christians. The Christian is the real Jew, not the ones that are over there who are the unholy ones. The real Jew is the one who is inwardly. Do you get what I'm saying? Inwardly, we are the true chosen ones. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's why that Beirut explosion happened on 8/4. Elvis did show up in Glendale. You remember I showed you that video where the only time I've ever seen an Elvis license plate, and guess what the number was? Elvis 74. I did a video about it. He was inside the pizza place where I was getting my pizza. The dude. He's known as the Latino Elvis, or he goes to the Dodger baseball games as the Mexican Elvis or something. I don't know, but he goes to the Dodger game. I don't know if he still does it, but it was a Range Rover, and it said Lucifer. I showed the video many times. Lucifer 74. I mean Elvis 74 because Lucifer equals 74, right? Just like Jesus equals 74. But Jesus created Lucifer. That's why he gave him a perfect name, and then when he got tossed out, he lost his crown name and became Satan. That's what that whole 19 crown thing was about, because he lost a 19 from his name and became Satan, which is 55. Anyway, watch the whole video from the beginning, because I explain all this 55 and Lucifer connections and Satan connections in this video. It's 100% must-watch video, this video. Watch it from beginning to end, okay? Anyway, all right, folks. God bless all of you. Jesus is God, all right? End of video. End of video. Can't shut it off. Hold on, folks. End of video. Come on, stupid phone. End the video. It won't shut off.